Hey all you real estate enthusiasts, welcome to Real Estate 101. Real Estate 101 is a series where I walk you through everything you need to know about buying a home, from dream to reality, and right through to post-possession day. I'm Val, and I'm a licensed realtor with Royal LePage Solutions with 15 years of experience. I'm super passionate about real estate and really love helping people navigate the buying process. But enough about me. Let's talk about the biggest mistakes buyers make. Buying a home is something that we don't do very often, so it's not surprising that sometimes buyers make some big mistakes. In this episode, I would like to review some of the biggest mistakes buyers make in a hopeful attempt to have you not make the same mistakes, learn from them, and keep your eyes wide open while you're going through the purchasing procedure. The first mistake, which is surprisingly common, is buyers not using their own realtor. I'm not saying this because I'm a realtor. I'm saying this because I know exactly what happens when a buyer does not use a realtor and then I'm brought in at the other side to sell the property. Often the buyer is unaware and doesn't have all their rights explained, doesn't review the paperwork, doesn't have everything fully disclosed, and in the end they make some crucial mistakes that means selling the house later on because it doesn't satisfy their needs or it has presented bigger problems in the way of huge expenditures to fix the property. Another big mistake that buyers make is being dazzled by the house and not seeing it for what it is. Sometimes we call this putting a lipstick on a pig.
Look how messy it is.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Paint will cover up a multitude of sins, and part of your realtor's job is to point out those flaws. I've seen everything from poor tile jobs, and we just know the grout's not going to survive the first teenager shower because of the humidity. It wasn't done correctly or they didn't use a proper adhesive, but man, does it look good. And sometimes buyers don't see all of this stuff. So please make sure that the location that you are at is the location that you want. Walk the lot. Make sure it's not backing onto a dumping site or there's a piece of land that you don't know what it's going to be yet. Make sure you don't get so focused on the house that you aren't paying attention to the different things in the house and around the house. The next big mistake that buyers make is not researching the area. And I don't mean understanding where the nearest school is or where the nearest library is, but understanding if the house is on a flight path, if there's railroad tracks still by and they're still being used. Is that going to be something that's going to wake you up in the night? If you're a shift worker, sometimes you even need to know which way the sun's going to be. And if this is a bright, sunny house and the bedroom's on the west side, it might be a little bit difficult to sleep in that room during the day because it's going to be super bright. Understand your needs, understand what this property presents, and know what additional research that you might have to discover to make sure this property is the one for you before you submit that offer. Unfortunately, another one that I come across is buyers that were not fully understanding their financial obligations. Lenders do a great job of screening that you can afford the property, but they may not take into account the amount of money you spend on your golf course memberships or your fishing or how much you like to travel in the winter, because those aren't expenses that are your month-to-month fixed expenses, nor are they expenses for any kind of fixed asset like a car. So all of a sudden you're living in this great condo and you're really loving it, but now it sets into reality that you have to pay a mortgage, you have to pay condo fees, you have to pay property tax, and maybe there's some even additional expenses that you want to pay to personalize your unit. You might also have issues come up with the condominium that require a special assessment, and all of a sudden, you're not getting to the golf course as much. Often people realize the financial obligation is too much, and now they bring in the realtor to sell, or to downsize, or to trade out their property. The last biggest mistake that buyers often make is listening to the well-intentioned family and friends around them that by no means have the experience or the expertise to be giving them such opinions. It's one thing to bring your parents along, or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or even your uncle to have a property checked out for their opinion, because you certainly want to make sure that it's agreeable to them, especially if they're gifting you the down payment, but also to make sure, as a first-time buyer, that it is going to be adequate of an investment for you in the years to come. Where it can get a little bit muddled is when these people start second-guessing your own decisions or telling you negative things about the property that aren't necessarily true, or there's something that we can get the seller to remedy. So while I would like you to listen to your family and your friends, I also think you have to acknowledge that they're not the experts, and that if there is something questionable, from aluminum wiring to the age of the home that is questionable, then let's get in an expert. let's get a proper opinion so that you can make the right decision and not make any mistakes and miss out on that great opportunity that came along. Those are the top mistakes that I see buyers make that I hope you won't make. Thank you so much for tuning into Real Estate 101 and this episode of the biggest mistakes buyers make. I hope you learned what not to do and what to look out for. If you like this video, please make sure you click the like button. And if you want to hear more from the Real Estate 101 series or any one of my videos that I put out weekly, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Hey y'all, real estate.
Hey y'all.
Hey all. Okay.
Hey y'all.
Hey all you real estate enthusiasts. Hello. Hey all you.
Hey all you cats and kittens.
Why are you laughing?
Because now I'm thinking about Carol Baskin.